Like, as I think about boxing right now, like the thought of, trying out a punch and the coach making fun of me and going, come on, MF, you don't punch like this, you punch like this, you know what I mean? Like that excites me because I know in my head that I would get really, really obsessive about making sure that I never punch the wrong way ever again. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode 26, can you believe it, of Tunji's podcast. I'm your host, Tunji Taylor Lewis. Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been sort of racking my brain trying to figure out what I want to talk about today on the podcast. I've kind of made a goal for myself to post a podcast episode once every weekday. And I'm sitting here before y'all today with absolutely nothing. I got nothing I necessarily want to say. I don't know if I particularly even feel like doing a podcast right now. I almost feel like, getting a couple, throwback posts ready, maybe a picture, and just like skip today. But this is the day where I have to push myself. These are the most important days when it comes to, setting goals. Hey, might have figured out the subject for, this podcast right now. Goal setting. But anyways, I've found that these are like the most important days when it comes to actually, carrying out, goals that I set for myself, whether they be outlandish or not. It's just to push through the days where I don't feel like doing it, or push through the days where I don't necessarily feel like I got it. I was just telling my lady about when I was first starting to do Instagram stuff. This was a while ago. This was like before like anybody was following me, really. When I discovered that comedy was a huge passion of mine, I made a goal for myself that every day before I went to bed, I would write a joke, like a tweet-sized joke, and then post it on Instagram. This is a while back. This was like probably 2015, 16, something like that. Definitely during college days. And I can remember having days, the goal was to make a joke before I went to bed. And I remember having days just lying in my bed, being tired, wanting to go to sleep, had a long day of studying or whatever, and my mind just being absolutely blank, and I could not figure out what I wanted to talk about or joke about. And I'd literally be lying in my head for like 2 hours until I could finally just sort of like put together a sentence that was kind of funny in my own head, and I would post it. And those days were awesome. Those days where you're just putting a joke out and there's no pressure, and like I wasn't even worried about whether people liked it or not. Like the goal was to really practice, just have practice in my creativity and in my writing and in my joke telling, and just to have a sort of a sense of, what people liked, what people enjoyed, what people thought were okay, what people didn't like at all. I'm really grateful that I sort of have this ability to kind of, it's exactly what I'm doing with this podcast. Like, the lip sync videos were working extremely well for me. It was a thing that was making my page grow as fast as it was. And then I kind of just wanted to take a pivot because, like, genuinely, like, in my heart, I was just getting bored of doing lip sync videos. And so I wanted to challenge myself in a new way and just try something different, see if I can make it work. So I'm very glad that I have that attitude of not necessarily, doing stuff that will please my audience, but also making sure that it's authentic to me and is something that I am enjoying the creative process of. Because yeah, man, like I just did so many lip sync videos. I've done so many, like, I just got tired of them. I just got tired of doing it. And this podcast is fun for me. Like, it's fun just to be able to just talk and just get my thoughts out for the day. Like, and it's fun to get feedback on it. Like, it's fun for me to get 2,000 views on this one, and then 600 views on another one. Like, that's fun for me, and like it's fun. It's a nice puzzle for me. It's fun to figure out, okay, like, what did people like about this one? Why didn't people like this one? Or why didn't this one get as much response as this one? Should I keep trying this one that didn't work so well and develop it to a point where it does work? Or should I just be like, okay, they didn't like that, and just keep doing stuff that centers around the stuff you guys enjoy? Like, that's fun for me. I really it's so funny how I work, man. Like, when I find something that I enjoy and that I set goals towards, and that I think is sort of the next step towards me, achieving my dreams and aspirations, I get really obsessive about it. Like, that's what happened with, track and field. That's what happened with improv. That's what happened with social media. That's what's happening with this podcast. That's what's going on with my current job. That's what's gonna happen. I've also set a goal for myself to start getting in the gym more. I'm thinking about joining a boxing program. So that's something that I might become obsessive about. I become obsessive about all those things, and after a while, like usually after about a few years, like 2 to 5 years of plugging away at this thing hardcore, I get bored of it. And the reason why I get bored of it is because there's a part of me that knows I can do it. Like, I know that if I do this, and if I do this, people are gonna like it. It's gonna get good results. And it's weird to say that that's boring to me, but it is, because what motivates me, what keeps me going, is the hunger to learn, the knowledge of knowing that I haven't figured something all the way out yet. I enjoy sort of being an underdog, and I enjoy just trying to figure something out. Like, as I think about boxing right now, like, the thought of trying out a punch and the coach making fun of me and going, come on, MF, you don't punch like this, you punch like this, you know what I mean? Like, that excites me, because I know in my head that I would get really, really obsessive about making sure that I never punch the wrong way ever again. Like, getting better and improving is what motivates me to become better. So yeah, that's just a little insight of why I decided to pivot from doing the lip sync videos to this right now. And that's even why, like, I've been just so happy and even a bit overwhelmed by the amount of positive response I've gotten from it, and how much engagement I'm getting from it, from you guys. Because whenever I start new things, I always go real, like, there's always a part of me that goes like when I started out, everyone's gonna hate it, just gonna start from the bottom, you know what I'm saying, like, build my way back up. But there's a lot of positive response about it right away, and so, like, I'm definitely starting from a good foot. But I know that I'm obviously at a point where I have to keep on growing it. Like, I want to build, like, the other platforms around it, like the audio and the YouTube and the like, even my Facebook page, like, through this podcast. Like, so I'm definitely not where I want to be, but I'm definitely off to a good start. So, I thank you guys for that. Yeah, it's definitely a busy time in my life right now. One of the I had an episode earlier when I was talking about every good thing in life has a cost, and I was talking about how I was very excited about the new job that I have, and the cost of that job has been that I don't have as much time to myself. That's definitely an adjustment. But yeah, I know it's a blessing, and I know I'm going to adjust to it soon. I know it's going to be all good, and I'm pretty amazed at the fact that I started off this episode by saying I have no idea what I want to talk about, and I've just been blabbing, and 10 minutes is basically here. So I guess that's why it's important to just push through and just to press record and just start talking. And based on the response I've been getting, I know that some of you guys are gonna listen to it. I appreciate those of you who are listening, engaging. Thank y'all so much. So until next time, peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Hey, peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Ooh, peace out.